I'm James Swartz, managing attorney at Swartz and Swartz. So we're into the spring season now. Summer soon will be here. And that means more and more children will be playing outside and playing on playgrounds. So playground safety should be at the forefront of everyone's mind at this time of year in particular. So some of the typical issues we see with respect to injuries to children on playgrounds have to do with faulty playground equipment or improper surfacing. In fact, every year, more than 200,000 children are injured on playgrounds, often due to issues with the playground equipment itself or the maintenance of those playgrounds. So what are some of the things that we as parents, as caregivers, can teach our kids when they head out to have fun at a playground? Some tips include making sure that other kids are out of the way when using certain playground equipment like slides and climbing equipment. Another tip is if your child is riding a bike around or near a playground and of course using a helmet as a safety device, make sure that helmet is removed when your child is actually using the equipment, because those buckles and straps can get caught on equipment and lead to a strangulation hazard or other types of injuries. Some other pieces of advice include not using playground equipment that's wet, as it can get very slippery, or using playground equipment, let's say in the middle of summer when it's particularly hot out. There can be scalding on some equipment, especially metal surfaces, and that scalding can occur very quickly. Finally, make sure your kids wear clothes that are free of cords and drawstrings. For the same reason that you want those helmets off, those cords and drawstrings can get caught in equipment and lead to injuries. So there's some other tips for some of the more common equipment that we find on playgrounds. So for swings, for example, make sure the area around the swing set is clear of people and other children. Make sure the swing set is clear of children and their parents and caregivers so that there's a safe area to use the swing. Also, make sure the surfaces around the swing are appropriate and soft for landings, and that your child uses the swing alone and not with other children, or certainly not groups of children using the same equipment. With respect to slides, similar to swings, make sure your child is on the slide, climbing up and going down the slide alone and not with groups of children, which can lead to safety issues. Also, feet first is always a good mantra to use for playgrounds and slides. And finally, make sure the area at the bottom of the slide is clear so that when your child gets down safely to the bottom, there's no potential for any impact. So if your child has suffered an injury at a playground and you believe it might be due to someone else's negligence or defective playground equipment, contact Swartz and Swartz.